Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Linz. Gosh, we have 14 subscribers. Please, those who haven't subscribed, please do so. Please do so. And for those who are watching and not subscribing, yo, we could have already reached 90 subscribers. Please don't just watch and go. You can subscribe and then come back and watch. Please don't just watch and go. Tafadhali. I really need this. Please. And thank you so much for the 14 subscribers. So yeah, today we're doing a sit down video. Yeah, there's a lot of people who were asking me questions about endometriosis, and I was just like, why not? So today we're just gonna do a sit down video and try to talk more about endometriosis and what I know about it as me personally and how it affected me, because symptoms usually varies from one person to another, so my symptoms might not be your symptoms. So yeah, first thing first, what is endometriosis? According to venye mi najua, it's when you're having your menstruation cycle every month, the outside part of your uterus usually also bleeds due to there's some growth that are growing there. So when you're having your period every month, they keep on growing. It's not like, when you're having your period, it's coming out, but the outside of your uterus, it also bleeds. I don't know if it makes sense. The outside of your uterus also bleeds. I guess it's because of the pain, and there's some two growths twenye tuna grow up hivyo. So every time you're on a period, it grows. Every month it continue growing. So eventually it will reach to a point where anytime you're having your period, like you can't bear with the pain, because there is an extreme abdominal pain and sometimes pelvic pain. For me, I usually had a lot of pelvic pain until every time I'm on my period, I would even limp with my left leg all the time when I had my period. There are times where there is time when I was still in high school, I actually passed out when we were in the assembly. So yeah, that is endometriosis. And how do you diagnose endometriosis? For me, I actually didn't know I had endometriosis until the pain continued and it was too much, and I was also losing a lot of weight, and I was bleeding a lot every month. So before I knew I had endometriosis, actually I had bled for 3 months continuously without stopping. So you can imagine I was actually weighing, you can imagine an adult weighing 44 kgs at the time. So yeah, I had to go get checked. So I went to the OBYN. They did a scan, but they didn't know at the time that it was endometriosis. They just thought it was a growth, because it had also caused ovarian cyst. At the same time, both of my ovaries had cyst, so they just knew it was ovarian cyst. That was it. Because with ovarian cyst can also cause the same symptoms. So so they were like, because the cyst was too big, because they usually say when it's above 4 centimeters, they have to be removed surgically. So like I had to go plan myself, I had to go make sure I'm financially stable before we can do the surgery. So after 1 month, I went to do the surgery. So after the surgery is when my OBYN came and told me, you have endometriosis. and he explained to me all the details and how it is, because I didn't know. And I was like, what? Because I have never heard of endometriosis. And then something came into my mind. I remember there is a time where Jambi Kokai was sick. So, and she was so vocal about whatever she was suffering from. And it came to my mind, like there is a time I watched her video, you know. So the way she was explaining how endometriosis is and how it affected her and things like that. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. Because if you remember the state where Zambiko Kai was, the state that she was in, it was really bad. And I was I was really shocked, because I don't know what endometriosis is. I don't know how do you live with it. I don't know, you know. So I did my surgery. That was 2018 July. I did my first surgery. So yeah, it was the growth that was growing outside of the uterus, they were removed. But it's usually not that after they are removed they're gonna stay like that, because this is a growth. It's like you're cutting a tree, but the root of the tree, it's still down. There is a possibility there are other trees that may grow just surrounding the stem of that tree that you cut, you know. So it usually comes back. And that's why last year, 2021, actually, when I went to be checked out, I usually actually go to be checked out, because this is something that I will have to live with it for until when I'm 40 something, maybe menopause or something, until when I'm not having my periods anymore. So long as I'm having my period, I will live with endometriosis for the longest. So yeah, another question was, does endometriosis cause infertility? Yes, it does, unfortunately. Yeah, so for those women who are diagnosed with endometriosis, like for me, for instance, I had two of my ovaries, they were having cysts, and I thank God that they were 4 centimeter, not above 4 centimeters, because sometimes if they are above 4 centimeters, they usually tend to damage the ovaries, and they can even remove your ovaries. But for me, I thank God they were below, you know. And also due to endometriosis, for me, I've suffered a lot with hormonal imbalance. I have suffered a lot with hormonal imbalance. Actually, right now my face it's actually, yo, it's popping, because there is a time where I used to have this giant pimple, like giants. You'll think that someone has like applied something on some whitish stuff on my face, because they were so giant and so big, and they were so itchy. And I just used to get mad about just little things, just little thing. Like you can even leave the door open, and I'm like, why are you leaving the door open? I mean, it was open. Someone just opened it, and you know, it was open. Why did you leave the door open? Oh, the door was open, and then you're coming, you're closing it. Why did you close it? And it can even cause a lot of issues. So I've suffered a lot with hormonal imbalance until now, actually, until now. So it was really, really, really bad. But for now, I can say, you know, I'm trying to do, you know, dieting. I've researched about the foods that can help you balance hormones and things like that. But one thing that I avoid for the longest since I was told I have endometriosis is dairy. I don't take meat, I don't take milk, I don't take, but sometimes I take pizza. I don't know where that lies. So yeah, so yes, and yeah. So another question was um, signs and symptoms of endometriosis. First is pelvic pain. Second is extreme abdominal pain every time you're on your period, and sometimes the pain usually even comes before your period and after you're done with your period. So it's that crazy, because for me, I used to have pain like sometimes even 1 week before my period, and sometimes the periods are already done but the pain is still there. It's like I'm still on my period. So yes, that's how bad it is. Yeah, and there are also so many signs and symptoms. You can go check it out, Google search it, and you also know the sign. They vary from different person. I don't know. So yes, those were my symptoms. Yes, and so for those who have such symptoms, for those who have been having very painful periods, please, I would just advise you to go get checked out, because this thing is serious. Endometriosis is serious. But just because you have pain during your period doesn't necessarily mean it's endometriosis. I remember I used to have a friend who every time she was on period, she wouldn't come to work. Because sometimes even when she comes, she'll pass out due to the pain, you know, due to the pain. So, and she was actually checked out and it wasn't endometriosis. It was just a normal pain. She actually has a baby now, you know. So it's that crazy. And for me, my OBYN was telling me this is endometriosis is not just something that you start experiencing for 3 months. So this is something that I've been experiencing ever since I had my first period. So this is something that I had it for years before they detect it. So it's not something that you just have period for like 3-4 months and you go get checked and it's endometriosis. No, this is something that you've pretty much had it for the longest before they can even realize it's endometriosis. So please, I will really urge those people out there, the ladies and also the guys, please, we will really love you guys to support us. For the boyfriends, I know there are other couples who are really usually very close, and they can also talk about these things, you know. So I would also like guys to actually support women out there, for those who are in relationship with. If you hear like they're in this period, sometimes just give them that that's it's just 4 days. That support is it's really nice, and yeah, and it can actually even strengthen your relationship, you know, because for me, I mean, if I'm on that, if it's my period, then and you know it's usually moody and things like that, just do some little nice things, you know, can improve the mood and everything, you know. So that's caring. So please support us out there, support your girlfriend in case they have similar situation. Please, it's very good and very important. And also, before I forget, there's some guys out there who were saying it's like this video is just for women. No, please, it's not just for women. I would really like you guys to come and support me. Tafadhali, tafadhali, tafadhali. And please don't just watch the video and go without subscribing. Man, I've seen we're like 90 people have already watched the video. Okay, I've watched like 4 times, so I'll say, I don't know, 86 people watched the videos and they haven't subscribed. Please, if you could have at least watched and subscribed, we'll have been somewhere 80 something there. So tafadhali, your support will really be appreciated. And please don't also forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. Like and I would also like you guys to give me an idea, what would you like the next video to be like, and things like that. Tafadhali, tafadhali. And I also hope next time we won't be sitting down and be talking about endometriosis. We want to do something fun, something interesting, you know. So give me an idea, of what you'd like to see next, and I'll try to put it in place. Tafadhali. Yay! Thank you, and thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to comment. I really love you guys. Thank you. Bye.